Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learning Math with Shelly. Now this is a series of videos where I'm gonna solve the past paper questions for pure mathematics P1, and this paper which we am gonna start is January 2025. So here is the very first question. Even though this is a simple question, but some points I would like to mention when I will be solving this question. So the question is integration of 8x cubed minus 6 root x minus 2 over 5x cubed dx. So what is my main concern about solving these questions? That first, you do miss sometimes what happens, because it is an indefinite integral question. Most of the students, they forget to add a constant of integration. So we have to work on these kind of things, that we don't miss any of these kind of information. Second, here we have a fraction. This is 2 over 5x cubed. So sometimes students, they write it like 2 over 5 and they write it like x cubed this way. So that can cause the problem. So now we will keep these two things in our mind and we will solve this question. So we have 8x cubed minus 6 root x minus 2 over 5x cubed dx. So this is my question of integration. So if you want, you can simplify each, like integrate each of the parts separately, or before that you can make sure that you write all the x with the powers, like the power form. So 6x to the power of a half, and then we have negative 2/5 x to the power of negative 3 dx. So you write it like this way and we are integrating it. So now we will integrate. So it will be 8, we have given 8x cubed. The first part is given as 8x cubed. So we will be solving that part first here. So this will be equal to 8x to the power of 4 divided by 4 minus 6x to the power of half plus 1, which is 3 by 2, and then divided by 3 by 2 minus 2/5 x to the power of negative 3 plus 1, this is negative 2, divided by negative 2, and at the same time plus c. And you have to tell like where c is a constant of integration. This is a must to write. C is a constant of integration. You have to write it completely. Your exam, it should be clearly readable. So now we have to simplify this expression. So what we got here is 8x to the power of 4 over 4. That means it is 2x to the power of 4. This is minus 6 over 3 by 2. So if I show you, this is minus 6 divided by 3 by 2. So it will become basically 2 by 3, which will generate 4, because 3 times 2 is 6. So this is minus 4 x to the power of 3 by 2. Then this 2 and this 2 will be cancelled out. Negative and negative will become positive. So plus 1/5, and then x to the power of negative 2. Either you keep it up, or you, if you want to bring it down to make it positive power, you can do like this, plus c. Now before you go to the next question, just check your question that if did they ask in a specific format that all the x square, like x variable powers, should be positive or negative or whatever. So they haven't mentioned anything. So this can be our final answer. Okay, now let's go to the next question. So next question is, given that the point A has the coordinates negative 2 root 3, comma 5, and B has the coordinates 7 root 3 and 8, the straight line L passes through A and B. Show that the gradient of L1 is P root 3. Here P is given as a rational number, so we can write it as a fraction. And the number, when you find the gradient, it should be in the form of P root 3. So now we have given the 2 points the line is passing through. So if there are 2 points, let's say x1, y1, and another point is x2, y2, and we need to find out the gradient. So that is given by the difference of y values to the difference of the x values. So from here I will be finding it like 8 minus 5 over 7 root 3 minus 2 root 3. It is your choice. You can consider the first number as x1 y1 and the another one will be x2 y2. It is your choice. There is no order for this one, but once you choose, then you have to follow the same order. So 8 minus 5 is 3 over 7 root 3 minus 2 root 3. That will become 7 plus 2, that is 9 root 3. Now the question is, we have to give our gradient in this form, but my answer is 3 over 9 root 3. This root 3 is in the denominator. So what I am gonna do, I will rationalize it. So root 3 is in the denominator, I will times by root 3, and I will times the denominator also root 3. So what I got, 3 root 3 divided by 9 times root 3 times root 3, that is just a 3, and this 3 and this 3 will be cancelled out. So finally I got 3 root here and 1 by 9. Now see, this is in the form of like p root 3 if you compare, and here p is equal to 1 by 9, not just 9, not just 1, it is 1 by 9, which is a rational number. So this is the first part of the question. Now we have the second part of the question. The straight line L2 is perpendicular to L1 and passing through A. So what do you see here? Your first part's answer should be correct, because it is the second part is based on it. Why? Because they are saying L2 line is perpendicular to L1. So if the two lines are perpendicular, that means their gradients are related. So their gradients must be calculated accurately. So now what I do, I keep this gradient value here, which is 1 by 9 times by root 3, and then we have to find the equation of line L2. So equation of a line is always given as y equal to mx here x plus c, and they said given your equation in this format. So this is a specific thing we need to be very consistent with, that which form is asked, we have to answer that way. Now what is the gradient? Here the gradient of L1 line is this one. So L2 gradient will be negative reciprocal of this one. So that means it will be, now this is positive. So in our case it will be 9 over root 3. This is very important here. So it will be minus 9 over root 3. So I will say y is equal to negative 9 over root 3 x plus c. To find the equation, I need to know one point also. They said the line is passing through A, because A is a point of intersection. Line A, L1 is also passing through it. Let's say this is point A, and line L2 is also passing through it. Okay, so we have to find the equation of this line, and to find C, I need to substitute this point negative 2 root 3 comma 5 in the equation. So what I get from here, I will be substituting here 5 is equal to minus 9 root 3 times by negative 2 root 3 plus c. So root 3 and root 3 cancel, and I got it like 18 plus c, and that is equal to 5. So c is equal to negative 13. Once you get this value of c, you just need to resubstitute this value. So what we got here is y is equal to negative 9 over root 3 x minus 13. Now we have to see, do we need to make this m like this m here given in any specific form? It is up to you, because they have not mentioned anything like that you need to give it in the p root 3 form like that. But if you want, you can rationalize it. So root 3, and in the denominator root 3 was already, we multiplied by again root 3. So this into x minus 13. So when you simplify this part, this will be y is equal to, this is root 3 times root 3, which is 3. So minus 9 over 3 root 3x, that will be giving me minus 3. So it is minus 3 root 3x minus 13. This will complete your question number 2. So again, you have to see in which format the answer is required. We have to give in that particular format only. So this was all about the second question here. Now let's go to the next question. There is enough space. I would suggest you all, when you practice for the past papers, you, if possible, get the printouts and try to finish your question within the space given, and try to organize your work so that the examiner can see what are the steps and how you are finding each of the value. Next is, the population of a town was monitored. Exactly 5 years after monitoring began, the population was 58,000. Exactly after 10 years, population was 65,000. Given the population of town p thousands, t years after, it is given like p square. See, they are saying the population is in thousands, and here p is already in thousands. So we can use it like 58 squared is equal to a plus b, and t is the time, so that is 5 cubed. So basically it is 58 squared is equal to A plus 125B. Then second equation will be 65,000. So 65 square, and that is equal to A plus 10 cubed. We have B times 10 cubed, and that is gonna give me 65 square is equal to A plus 1000B. Now we have to find out these values. So if you see, we got two equations here. The first equation we got is, if I will be writing here, this was 58 square. So now we need to find out what is this 58 square. So let me calculate that thing here. 58 square is basically 3364 is equal to A plus 125B, and second was 65 square. So I am just gonna rub this part here, and 65 square is equal to, we will find 65 square, that is 4225 is equal to A plus 1000B. Now we have to simplify these two equations, so you can give them the numbers like A and B. So we have 3364, take away 4225, so it will be a negative number, negative 861, and that is equal to, we will minus all of these values, so 0, and then we have 1000, and we have to subtract 125, and that is giving me 875B. But this will be negative because here we have subtracted 125 from minus 100 plus 1, sorry, minus 1000 plus 125. Then we have to find out here, this is 865. So from here what I need to do, we have to find out what is A and what is B. So we need to subtract these two values, that I am gonna do now. So we have B is equal to, because this is negative will cancel out. So 861 over 875. So it is very clear that the value is gonna be less than 1, because here we have 861, the numerator is smaller. So 861 divided by 875, and it is going to be 0.984. Now the most important thing here is that you need to see whether they ask you to write the value of B up to any decimal places, but they have not mentioned anything. They just said that A and B are constants. So you can leave your values of B like this. Then we have the second part of the question, we have to find A also. So to find out A, what I can do, I will just keep A on one side, and this is equal to 3364 minus 125 times 0.984. So this is what we need to go, and let me calculate this value. It is going to be 0.984 times by 125. That value I need to subtract from 3364. So this is gonna be A is equal to 3241. So this is gonna be the answer for A and B. So I can write here A is equal to 3241 and B is equal to 0.984. This completes the very first part of this question. Now what they say, now they are saying that according to the model, exactly T years after the monitoring began, the population becomes 85,000, making the model clear. Find the value of T. Now see, this model we can write as now P square is equal to 3241 plus 0.984 times T cubed. So from here they are saying the population is 85,000. So 85 square is equal to 3241 plus 0.984 T cubed, and we need to find out the value of T. So what we can do here, we can write this T as capital T because this is what they are asking. So it will be 85 squared minus 3241 divided by 0.984, that will be equal to T cubed. And if you need to find out T, you need to take 1/3 power on both sides. So first we will calculate it, and they said you have to give your answer to one decimal place. So something like this should be the answer. So we will calculate this value now step by step. So we have to calculate 85 square, and then whatever we get, we have to subtract 3241 from there, and then we have to divide it by 0.984. so whatever you got here, like I got 4048.78049, I need to take a power of this one now. So we need to take a power of 1/3. What is that power? Its power we need to take as 4048 to the power of 4048, this whole thing, its power 1/3, and this is gonna be t is equal to, this gonna be, let me calculate this value here. So we have cube root of 4048.78041. okay, then it is gonna be, this is 15.938, so on. So because we need to give our answer up to one decimal place, so that will be 15.9, because after 9 we have 3, so no need to raise. So this will be 15.9 years. This will be the final year of this question 3. Then we have our next question. Okay, the next question is given that y is equal to a to the power of x expressed in the simplest form. That means whatever you will solve, you have to give it the most simplest form in terms of y and a. So your answer should be in terms of a and y only. There should not be anything else other than these two things. So now what we need to do here, first part of the question is a to the power of 3x plus 1. We know that a to the power of x is y, so I can split this whole thing into two parts, a to the power of 3x times a to the power of 1, and a to the power of 3x, can I write it like this way? If you know the index rule, it is very easy to write. So this will be equal to y cubed times a, or you can write a y cubed. See, my first answer is the most simplified and it is in the form of a and y only. Then we have the second part of this question, which says 5 over 3a 1 minus x power is for a, and then whole raised to the power of -2. What I do, because this whole thing is having a power of -2, I will bring it up. So this will be 3a to the power of 1 minus x to the power of 2. So from here it will be 5 times 3 square, which is 9, and times by a to the power of 1 minus x multiplied by 2. It is this rule, a to the power of b whole raised to the power of c. So these powers multiplied. So 1 minus x will be multiplied. So it will be 2 minus 2x. Now the question is, I got here 5 times 9, which is 45. 5 times 9 is 45. Then we have a squared, and then we have a to the power of -2x. I split this 2 minus 2x is this way. So this is 45a squared over a to the power of 2x, because I know that a to the power of x is y. So I need to make the power as positive. So now I got 45a squared over a to the power of x the whole square, and then I will substitute a to the power of x as y square. So this will be the answer for my second part. Again, it is in the form of a and y. This is the second part. Then we have the next part of this question. Use the substitution p is equal to 9 to the power of t to show that the equation can be written, this complex equation can be written in this form. So here again we have to do the substitutions. So now what I need to do, we will start now the next part. So in this part, basically what we need to do, we have given an equation in the form of t and we need to convert it into this form p using this substitution. So first I will start with this left side. This is 3 times 3 to the power of, I can write it 40 times 3 squared plus 1, and this is equal to 82 times 9 to the power of t, which is p. Your steps should be very clear. So then it is 3. 3 square is 9. And 3 to the power of 4t, I can write it like 3 to the power of 2 and raised to the power of 2t. Why? Because I need 9 raised to the power. So here I got 9 and then raised to the power of 2t, which is equal to 9 to the power of t and whole square. And 9 to the power of t is p square. So this is p square plus 1 is equal to 82p. Then I will open the bracket. So 3 times 9 is 27. So 27p square plus 3 is equal to 82p. Because I have to prove this equal to 0, so I will bring all the terms on one side. And then it is gonna be this thing equal to 0. So we have done this second part. This is the second question, like part A. Mention which question you are on, which question you are doing. It should be very clear. Then they say hence solve this equation. Now hence solve this equation, that means I need to first solve this equation in P, because that is what I am given. So 27p square minus 81p minus 1p. You can factorize, you can apply quadratic formula because they have not mentioned anything. So 27p I will take common. It is p minus 3 minus 1 times p minus 3 equal to 0. So we got 27p minus 1 times p minus 3 equals 0, which gives me p is equal to 1 over 27 and p is equal to 3. But they said hence solve this equation. When they say hence solve this equation is in terms of t. So that means it is mandatory for us to give the answer in terms of t. What is t? Now as per the question what is given to us, we have been given that p is equal to 9 to the power of t. Right? So we will write 1 over 27 is equal to 9 to the power of t, or 1 over 27 can be written as 1 over 3 cubed, and then it can be written as 3 to the power of negative 3. And we got 3 to the power of negative 3 is equal to 9 to the power of t. Here we have 3 to the power. So can we express this 9 as 3? Yes. It is 3 to the power of 2 whole raised to the power of t. So I got 3 to the power of 2t is equal to 3 to the power of negative 3. When the power bases are same, the powers can be equated. So I got t as negative 3 by 2. That is the first answer. Then another answer is p is 3 and 3 is equal to 9 to the power of t. And 9 to the power of t can be written as 3 to the power of 2t. That is equal to 3 to the power of 1. This is like 1. So from here 2t is equal to 1. So t is equal to half. Once I get my values, I need to recheck if they have given a specific form, like answer should be fraction or decimals or anything like that. So let's check. No, they have not mentioned anything. So my final answers for the t is equal to these two are my answers. This one negative 3 by 2 and t is equal to half. See, we did substitution. We convert the equation into the form of p just to make it easy, but final answer should be in terms of t. So we explained in this video, I have explained like 4 questions. In the next video very soon I will upload another video where I will upload the next 4 questions. Thank you.